Epistra.
When I mentioned in my Eric video that the foundations of this channel were built on what I love, I wasn't exaggerating. All of my videos center around what I'm most passionate on talking about, from Super Smash Bros. To Fire Emblem to, yes, rap battles. I grew up watching epic rap battles of history, and it's something I genuinely find entertaining. As such, I took a liking to the several fan-made rap battle series that was spawned by ERB. Those series gave way to many excellent rap battles that give even ERB a run for its money, despite the budget difference. 2020 has been a tough year for all, but that didn't stop the rap battle community from producing enjoyable music to watch and listen to, while we fought the struggle of living. In this video, I'm going to list 10 of the best fan-made rap battles 2020 has seen. Before I get started, I just want to establish that the list will be limited to one rap battle per series. There are so many creators making fantastic rap battles, and I want to give them a chance, not only praising one person. I may not be as active in the community, but I certainly am an active viewer, and I want to share my favourite experiences of the year with you all.
Comic book rap battles. Booster Gold versus Kang the Conqueror.
There's a charm in simplicity, which is something rap battles now could use a bit more of. This battle is overall just a bundle of joy to witness. The voice acting matches the personalities of the characters quite well. Booster Gold, being an egotistical showboat to use his powers to gain fame, sounds very charming and yet arrogant. Compare that to Kang, a villain clearly superior in strength who has a powerful presence in the battle, from the tone of his voice to the way he speaks down to Gold without exerting too much energy, almost as if he's toying with him.
Or a minion, how your pure-jot stupidity does have me intrigued of how a moron could shoehorn his way into the Justice League. With a mind of my intellect, there's no way to compete.
The connection is simple. Two time traveling dudes who win over the people with their powers, I think? Please don't kill me, I don't read comic books. The beat is both ways fun and serious to reflect the braggadocious nature of Gold and how menacing Kang is. It's really catchy and fits the characters well. The editing is not the most mind-blowing, but it's smooth. It has some awesome comic strip sequences and integrates images from their comics into pretty much a cover of a comic brought to life. Overall, it is definitely the best battle that this channel has put out in recent memory, and I look forward to them topping this.
Uber Rap Battles of Fiction. Principal Skinner versus Principal Krupp.
It's the battle of the school principals. I mean, what else could it be? This battle is the 13th installment of the long-running series Uber Rap Battles of Fiction, a series which has over time improved massively in quality. This battle marks a turning point in the channel, with the smoothest editing Creator Monster has done for the series. It comes with a fun beat, clever writing, fitting voices and great art to boot. Being a side character in The Simpsons, Skinner doesn't have that much material to work with besides the Steam Hams meme, and one of the most controversial episodes of The Simpsons, The Principal and the Pauper. Krupp, aka Captain Underpants, has many books, a film, and a series to pull from. Uberosity did both of these popular franchises justice. The steamed hams references were a little overused, and I feel Skinner should have a few more lines to make things more equal, but they worked with what they had, and I still think the lyrics turned out great. I especially love Skinner's genius first line being a flip of Krupp's last line in his initial verse.
But I'll take any offer to start harming Tanzarian.
Morton could trash your Tarzan.
I'll see in your cheeks.
A reference to the classic anagram pranks that George and Howard pull off on the notice boards, and also a diss towards Krupp calling him Tarzan because of his hair. That is absolutely golden. Besides that, this is one of Uberosity's best, and I highly suggest you check it out.
Invader Zim versus Pinky and the Brain.
CMRB has come out of hibernation once again to deliver yet another astonishing rap battle. My only problem with it is that it's too short, and I would have loved to have seen more of it. But what's there is pretty much perfect. The impressions are almost dead on, Adroit's editing is spectacular, and the writing, while simple, is funny and witty. Animaniacs is beloved for its humorous characters, and the voice actors for Pinky and Brain channeled their personalities greatly. The same goes for Zim and Gur. Pinky's wimpy and seemingly dumb character is the perfect contrast to Brain's seriousness and intelligence. Zim mirrors that in his similar dynamic with Gur. This is quite possibly the best matchup for Invader Zim, and I'm glad Animaniacs gets some representation.
Oi, he ought to have moves quick if that's the only throw he's got. Seems he's throwing out bells. No wonder he's green always.
This channel doesn't really upload all that often, but it manages to consistently top previous battles in rapping and visuals. It's a treat to get something from them, and this battle is certainly one of their finest. A great way to round off their 2020 in my opinion. Being a massive fan of JRPGs, I might have a small bias with this. It's still genuinely a great battle whether you're a fan of Xenoblade or Kingdom Hearts or not at all. First off, the voice acting. Tonnerberg VA's performance as Shulk killed it. It almost sounded exactly like him, and his mannerisms are reflected well in his voice. When I first saw this battle, I was really hoping they did Shulk's voice right, and they delivered. I could say the same for Sora. Hyper Jacob is a talented voice actor and rapper, so it's no surprise to me that he would pull this off. Secondly, the lyrics. Xenoblade and Kingdom Hearts are often quite serious RPGs and have a lot of material, but there's humour where it's due. The writing has some hard-hitting disses, and its fair share of jokes to balance it out.
I can overcome the darkness. Could you make me want a bath? The only key that you don't have is the one to Kyrie's heart.
Thirdly, the beat. Even without any modifications, it's super fitting for their franchises. The rock instrumental matches Xenoblade's battle music, and the other parts of the beat sound very Kingdom Heartsy. It complements the matchup perfectly. Finally, the editing. Again, it's not groundbreaking or anything, but it's something fun to look at while I jam out to the battle. Actually, do I even look at anything when I'm like that? What? Probably not. All in all, a shining example of BLO's talent and a spectacular way to give love to both series. I guess you could say this battle's got heart? I'll leave now.
Epic Pokemon Rap Battles. Mewtwo versus Lucario.
I have to point this out first. Mewtwo is my favourite Pokemon of all time. That has nothing to do with this battle, I just wanted to say that. We've talked about pretty easygoing rap battles lately, but this one hits different. Like Gen 5 music. The lyrics are probably the best part about this rap battle. A ton of research went towards these characters, and it took me several watches to understand the references. There were a lot of them, and they were fused into the disses seamlessly.
Don't lower your guard, stronger than you are. Like a harder punch as this match lasts longer. Every failed attempt of yours at making me flinch really just turns around and makes me stronger. I'm justified in the lines I spit. You gonna cry that you lost and turn me to stone. When I'm on the mic, I'm spitting hot to the bars. Did that one hit too close to home?
This battle goes deep. I'm not joking. The fact that they reference a freaking Pokemon card for a diss is enough to make me like this battle. It's such a nice breath of relief from making puns based on their moves and insulting their appearance. The writing makes this battle feel very personal, like his two old rivals going at each other's necks. Adam is one of the most talented people in the rap battle community, and his performance as Lucario is one of my favourite performances of 2020. King Cat did great as Mewtwo also, providing a very fitting voice for a Psychic Titan. He performed the last 4 bars of his first verse brilliantly, like rushing towards Lucario in a rage.
Think you should have said you couldn't comprehend what to expect. We're shed a sec, no matter, I'll still crushing insects. Clouds your mind when I come for you. You and your fans are sick with zero. Ooh.
I love it. The art for this battle is awesome, and the editing is really well done. I also like how they included fan art for this battle in the credits. It's a nice touch to give back to the people who watch their content. In judgment, the best epic Pokemon rap battle to date, and another great battle from Uberosity. The premiere of Eddie's new series, Urban Legend Rap Battles, and it started out with a bang of a battle. It pits the ninja and master of souls Ermac from Mortal Kombat against the glitchy placeholder Pokemon MissingNo. What can I say about this? The rapping is some of the best demonstrations of amazing lyricism, and with intimidating voices to boot that match both characters nicely. Rap battles often stick to the same flow throughout the video, but this battle constantly switches up the flow and makes for a very good listen. Light and Rabby executed their roles superbly. I can't stress enough how good the rap aspect of this battle is. I constantly go back to this battle because it's so catchy. The wordplay is insane here.
To your binary, we are many, you are zeros, ones. Ripping off a flow like all your shots were from a Siva gun. If you don't know it's dated, put your corruption and save it. When my strength is undebated, your songs are being sung.
References vary from Nintendo censoring Mortal Kombat due to its violence, to Cinema Island, which is the location that MissingNo is found in. The lyrics are full of puns, punchlines, jokes, and sharp disses. Editing doesn't always have to be outstanding. It's more of a bonus, if anything. Still, it's good for what it is, and the artwork for the characters is really good. MissingNo is essentially just a bunch of messed up pixels, so I love the decision to draw the sprite of the ghost from the Pokemon Tower, or the Koopaseum's dead mother. Great reference there. I also appreciate how Fishy Canal, the mixer of this battle, sampled the first few notes of Lavender Town, which is another popular Pokemon creepypasta, into MissingNo's verses. It helps to distinguish the two even more, and give them the spotlight when they rap. This is a gem of a battle. I hope you can check it out and give Eddie's rap channel some love. He's got a lot of other great rap battles to watch. A very underrated pick in my opinion, which shouldn't really be the case because one of Skeeptail's rap battles literally has one of the highest view counts out of every fan-made rap battle out there. Granted, I don't know much about these characters because I don't watch anime as much as I used to now, but the rap battle pretty much tells me their entire story. I did do a bit of research, and I understand the references a lot more, but for the fans of these series, I can tell this is the greatest dose of fan service you can get. Yuno's psychotic yandere nature is echoed in Arizilia's voice acting. It really does sound like an unhinged murderer letting loose on a victim. As for Satou, Invader did a great job portraying this almost emotionless character, desperate for love and affection in a world deprived of it. The writing, like Mewtwo vs Lucario, cuts deep, quite literally. The two are constantly at each other's throats, and it's a struggle of who can suffocate each other more. Their disses are written on a highly personal level, questioning the morality of the characters and even the anime they come from.
You're a hypocrite! No matter how sweet, you can't both have a cake and eat it, no exceptions! This bitch like his reprimand and nothing but her own self-projections! And don't forget, romance with a child is your show's very basis! Sweet irony to know your happy sugar life is tasteless!
Skeeptail's lyricism is so proverbial, and yet sonically marvelous. It often makes me question the morality of my world as well. Skeeptail conveys the message that both animes want to convey through their bars, and it is just a jaw-dropping experience. I'm giving so much compliments, I actually have to look at a thesaurus to think of something new to say. Anyways, Skeeptail's proven himself time and time again to be a skilled editor. I mean, just look at the visuals. Forget about the rapping for a second, and focus on what's going on in the background. It's a sight to behold. Video created a very fitting beat for this battle, a full-on gritty rock instrumental. You can feel edginess permeating from the beat, and I don't think any girl could be edgier than the yandere. Give this battle a watch. It doesn't matter at all if you haven't seen or read the material they're based on. It's a stunning production, certainly one of the best this year's ever seen in terms of rap battles.
Player 1, Bowser! Player 2, Dr. Eggman! Fight!
Two of gaming's greatest villains go head-to-head in a battle of the titans. I love everything about this rap battle, almost everything. The 10-second social media plugin does get quite annoying the more you've watched the video, but as a song, it is one of the best fan-made rap battles out there. There are some lyrics that are a bit confusing. I like the reference to the Mario and Luigi game Superstar Saga, but when Bowser calls himself a Superstar Saga, which I know is a reference to another Mario and Luigi game called Bowser's Inside Story, it's not really much of a flex. There are other ways Bowser could have boasted about himself than a forced reference, but at this point I'm just nitpicking. The diss about the Sonic movie feeling didn't age well. I enjoyed it, and I'm sure many other people did, but I digress. Cam honoured the legacy of these powerful villains. Them raps gave Bowser a heavy presence, like a gangster or a mob boss exerting his influence on the enemy. Bowser doesn't really have a canon voice. Yes, I'm counting out the time he spoke in Sunshine, but this deep and strong rapping style fits him like a glove. Cam nailed the Mike Pollock impression, a mad genius at the core, with a penchant for killer robots. The rapping is paced very well, not too fast that it gets incomprehensible, but not too slow where it's kinda tiring to listen to. It's fast enough to get you hyped up and bopping to the beat. Speaking of the beat, the distortions and the increased bass volume amplify the authority of these two final bosses. Its heaviness sets the atmosphere well, and no holds barred brawl between the badasses of gaming. It sounds so good. Seriously, you have to listen to this.
This be the king of the Koopas. Back by my army, your troopers. I trap with the princess, you try trapping critters, but we got the shows that'll shoot you.
The writing goes way beyond referencing the basic material of the Mario and Sonic games. Jabs are taking at the fact that Dr. Eggman was played by Jim Carrey, the terrible Super Mario film, and Eggman's vehicle ripping off the clown car. There's even references to internet memes related to the characters, like Bowsette and...
I'm pissing on the moon!
Jiggly King did an outstanding job on the animation, and the lighting work also matches the tone of the battle. The airborne sequence where Bowser knocks Eggman off his vehicle with his clown car is a spectacle to watch, and so is the rest of the battle. It's amazing overall, and one of the battles I go back to this day, just because of how well it was produced. The Mario and Sonic matchups are getting a bit exhausted nowadays. I mean, there's like 4 of them. But this one deserved a rap battle, and it's a heck of a good rap battle at that. When it comes to rap, the voices for Luffy and Goku know more than just a thing or two about it. To be fair, if you did this for a living, would you give your audience any less? RUSTAGE is a well-known nerdical rapper, and has started dipping his toes into rap battles this year by showing up everyone else in the game. If you don't know already, nerdcore is a genre of music that focuses on songs related to pop culture, music for nerds basically. His latest battle as of writing is Luffy vs Goku, and my goodness, it is one of the best experiences I've had on YouTube in 2020. Let's begin with the editing, since everyone in the comments likes to talk about the visuals. Skeeptil returns again, this time with the skills commission for the videos in RUSTAGE's rap battles. The first verses of Luffy and Goku combine beautiful animated manga panels with smooth AMV style editing. Still images of the characters from the manga are brought to life through an effective use of the puppet tool, and is an awesome segment to kick off the battle. What cranks the visuals up to 11 is the transition from black and white to color manga, and then finally footage from the anime. It's such a wonderful thing to see, and it's the perfect supplement to the rapping. This battle shows that you don't need accurate impressions of the characters to enjoy listening to the rapping that the vocalists provide. The delivery and the flows are more than enough to put you in the shoes of these cultural giants. There's a part in Luffy's final verse with rapid-fire alliteration of the letter D, which of course is a reference to the Will of D in One Piece.
For your dicky dojo, how deny you of your dignity. Dictate these duels like Doflamingo does when dimwits disagree. Dude, you do it dismally, you're dissing verbal dysentery. A different breed's delivery, I dub this just the will of D.
It flows so well. Shao, the rapper for Goku, showcases his rap ability and lyrical talent by doing a flip of the classic Kamehameha move.
Calm yourself, I make your heart explode. I'm the main character, you never harm me, no!
The syllables in the bars eventually make up the word Kamehameha, and the way it is delivered, as if Goku is actually charging up one, is icing on the cake. The beat. Oh man, the beat. Considering it's an entirely original production from RUSTAGE, and not using an already made beat from a different producer, it's very impressive. Being able to make your own beat means you can control the pacing of the rapping, and the atmosphere that goes with the lyrics. In this case, the atmosphere is heroic, and feels like two battle-tested warriors have come to the end of their journey. They meet face to face, and do battle with the experience of thousands of fights behind them. Skeeptil even reflects this in the video by having Goku and Luffy fight. I can only assume the writing was an intense collaborative effort from both rappers involved. Sure, they played off of each other's verses, but the different rapping styles makes it apparent that the rappers wrote the lyrics for their own roles. It does lean more towards the battle part. The content in the lyrics covers a lot of Dragon Ball and One Piece, despite having hundreds of episodes of source material to diss. They mentioned Goku's iffy marriage of Chi-Chi, the fan service in One Piece, Ace's death, and Grandpa Gohan's death as well. They're anime rappers. What else would you expect?
I'm the one stealing the hearts before you stop them. Lazy pet jokes and the bodies you drop them. If Eric here is so evil and rotten, talk about trying to reform.
the big shot elves, which all are ding dong and ditch on your bring your best. Come on the thing from hell, bitch.
Do you know how much filler I need to slice? I know that it's common knowledge, but you're not a fire type, no?
I dare you, try to approach me, it will be your final act.
I've dealt with worse and kept my honor, something you and your disciples lack. Check my alias, I never miss, you won't catch me with your small radius.
You idiotic, imbecile, acidic like Amina. I run this choo-choo train rap track, so call me CeeLo. It's Sheldon Cooper, who's got the zingers. And now it's time to lose to Hamilton. Bazing!
Flows as sweet as chocolate, go hide in your skull and lock it. Cause when I'm on my warpath, even the bear would tell me to stop.
Rap Battle Leatherface versus Hannibal Lecter!
Everything about this rap battle is about as close as we can get to perfection, at least by Fanmade Rap Battle standards. I'm not exaggerating. From beginning to end, Hannibal vs Leatherface is a rollercoaster ride full of hard-hitting disses, voluptuous visuals, and banging beat drops, featuring two of horror's most cold-hearted killers. The intro does its job amazingly in paving the way for the rap battle to begin. We hear the buzzing of Leatherface's chainsaw as one of his victims screams in the background and the beat plays. The instruments laid on top of each other instantly sets the mood for this battle. Unnerving, creepy, tense. Call it what you will, but it's well done. Even if you don't know the characters, the title cards already distinguish their personalities and how they differ from each other. Leatherface is unhinged, swinging his chainsaw freely in a fit of rage. Hannibal is reserved and collected, but still manages to strike fear into your heart by recreating the iconic pose that Hopkins performs when the original Hannibal is introduced. Gosh, only 22 seconds in, and already the acting from Fishy Canal and Mr. Tibbs is enough to make me love this. You can expect the same praise I've given for the previous rap battles to be applied here, but I want to go over this battle in detail to show you why it's number 1 on this list. Hannibal starts off gradually dissecting Leatherface with calculated blows. He addresses the felt depiction of his enemy as a victim. Nothing too much, but that's because he doesn't want to start off like a madman letting loose. His calm demeanour is then succeeded by fast flows and cold disses, all the while the rapping is supported by the gorgeous editing. The colour palette in this portion of the verse is reminiscent of the Silence of the Lambs poster. A stylish background seemingly representing blood just adds even more visual flair. The beat slows down when Leatherface appears to accompany his rapping. Like Hannibal's first 4 bars, it's nothing much. But Fishy Canal says a clear parallel between the two characters. Hannibal has class when rapping, while Leatherface is raw and rough. Both are equally as terrifying, but the character dynamic really makes his battle that much more amazing. When Leatherface fast raps, the beat hits a glorious crescendo with violins and an orchestra added as well to escalate the tension. Hannibal is constantly bombarded with disses aimed towards his movie slow pacing, his mother, and his sister being eaten for survival. The violin that plays fits Hannibal so well, and it seems like it takes inspiration from his TV show.
You've come back from explosions, but Michael Bay's producer couldn't blow you up. Massacred a chain of film with more huge duds. Teach your crew the 3 Ds. Don't do drugs.
Hannibal himself also has a penchant for classical music, so his entire verse is basically a higher up of society talking down to a lower class serial killer. Again, the dynamic is excellent, and the connection is much more complex than 2 cannibals going at it. Ultimate 145 did a fantastic job modelling the backgrounds for Hannibal's prison and the slaughterhouse. It's convincing enough to make me believe that live action actually took place on site, with the lighting and the sheer amount of detail. I've only talked about one half of the lyrics, but the team involved with the writing process are creative geniuses. Not only did you all get into the mindset of these 2 killers, you referenced many of the films that the 2 characters were in. Balancing the emphasis on character, jokes and disses is not an easy feat at all. Freshy's team struck a very good balance with well-rounded disses that pay homage to the franchises of the 2. This battle is one of the best I've seen in terms of fan-made rap battle stuff, and this only means it can get better from here. 2020 certainly hit all of us hard, but the members of the rap battle community tanked this global issue and still delivered with some of the best examples of an ERB fan's work to date. I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who managed to make this year a little bit nicer with what you give us. Not only to those who make rap battles, but to the people who help other people by lifting their spirits. We all have different interests and hobbies, so the way we cope is not one and the same. I coped with these lyrical and visual demonstrations of talent. I can speak for a lot of other people as well. These rap battles may not fit your form of entertainment, but to me, it does. I'm thankful for it. I know it's hard to expect a better year judging from what happened to this one. I know, but at the very least, next year will be a brighter year for those making rap battles. Maybe next year, we as a whole can feel the same too.